Hey there, my name is Scott Grant. I'm a certified senior advisor and senior home safety specialist with Grading with Grace. I chose this electric tea kettle because it does remind me of some old-fashioned thermos bottles I've seen over the years. And even with the base snapped on, it even looks more like that. So to set this one up for use, you just want to unspool your cord around your base. And then you always want to make sure you take the cord outside that little groove right there. That makes sure that your base stays flat so that when the kettle is sitting on it, it remains stable. The lid's pretty easy to remove. It's got a nice wide open mouth. There's not a whole lot of room here to grab, so some people may struggle with that a little bit. Spouts here, it's a little smaller than I thought it might be for a kettle this size. And then you've got min max lines on the inside. So let's go ahead and plug it up and show you how this one works. Okay, when you plug it up, it does give a little beep and just a readout of the current temperature. Let's go ahead and pour in some water and replace our lid. Now on the front, it's got these different controls. You can set different temperatures. If you use the keep warm button, it'll go 105, 175, 185, 195. Or if you want a full on boil, you hit the boil button and that turns it to 212. So we're going to test it for that. Right now it is 243. So it's already heating up pretty quick. You can see the temperature reading on the front lets you know where it's currently at. So while that's heating up, now it's important to know this does need to be washed by hand. You cannot machine wash this. You should never submerge any part of this in any kind of water. You just want to wipe it down, keep it clean that way. If it does ever build up any scale on the inside, you can scrub it with a little bit of a vinegar water solution. It does have keep warm setting, which will keep the water warm for up to 4 hours. It also has a memory function so that when you remove this from the base and place it back on the base, it will retain whatever temperature setting you had. So you don't have to reprogram that every time you take it off and put it back on. And then on the front, you can also stop it at any time you want to stop the cycle. So we will let that continue to heat up. Okay, it's 247. We're up to 190 degrees. It's got a very muffled sound to it. It's not been as loud as some of the others I've tested. We are almost 200. All right, so it is finishing up the cycle. It actually went from 211 back to 210, then 212. And then we got 3 beeps, and it did kick off. And as you can see, it puts out a lot of steam. It's fogged up the camera. Okay, so once that cycle is complete, you can then use the keep warm button to set the temperature you want it to maintain at. And it'll maintain it up to 4 hours, which is a nice little added feature. Or you can press stop just to stop it, and that will turn it off. The body itself gets pretty warm, not as hot as some of the others I've tested. I'm a little surprised with this plastic that it is quite so hot, but it is pretty warm. Handle is nice and cool, so no problems there. So do I recommend this tea kettle for older adults, seniors, and the elderly? Generally, I'm leaning towards not recommending this one for a couple different reasons. While it does have a nice, easy to hold handle, removing this lid could be difficult for some older adults. Also, the controls are sometimes a little difficult understanding that if you touch the keep warm button and the temperature is below that, this thing is going to kick on and start heating it up or getting it to the right temperature. It's just sometimes it confused me a little bit in the beginning about exactly how to operate these buttons. So it could be difficult to operate, especially for someone with any kind of cognitive difficulties or anything like that. But if you're an older adult looking for an easy to use tea kettle, this one might be more difficult to operate than you really want. It does heat quickly. And if you do want the variable control function, there are others out there that are easier to use as well. So I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching.
I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please like or share this video on your favorite social media. Also, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe to the channel for more solutions to the common problems of aging. My name is Scott Grant. I'm a certified senior advisor and senior home safety specialist. Thanks for visiting Grading with Grace.